The British Prime Minister David Cameron has urged international leaders at the CHOGM conference in Colombo not to glide over the difficult issue of human rights in the host country. In an apparent sign of differences between Mr Cameron and the Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott, the British PM set a deadline of March for Sri Lanka to set up a war crimes tribunal. Mr Abbott yesterday defended Sri Lanka's human rights record, saying that sometimes in difficult circumstances, difficult things happen. But to highlight his concerns, Mr Cameron cancelled diplomacy for the day and made a historic visit to Jaffna, home to thousands of displaced and persecuted Tamils. South Asia correspondent Michael Edwards reports.
It was the first visit by a world leader to Sri Lanka's north since 1948, when the country gained its independence. The region was devastated during the civil war. Locals still talk of violence and intimidation. Mr Cameron wanted to see and hear it for himself. He saw the families of some of those who were missing. At one stage they blocked his bus, brandishing photos of their husbands, sons and brothers who they believe have been abducted and killed by government agents. And he heard the ordeals of the people at this refugee centre, where they've had to live since the end of the Civil War in 2009.
Ultimately, all of this is about reconciliation. It's about bringing justice and closure and healing to this country, which now has the chance, if it takes it, of a much brighter future.
He's told Sri Lanka's government it must set up an independent investigation into war crimes allegations by March, or he'll take the matter to the United Nations.
I think there's immense potential here in Sri Lanka, but I think we do that not by gliding over the difficult issues.
Mr Cameron's tough talk has overshadowed attempts by Sri Lanka's leader, Mahinda Rajapaksa, to showcase his country's post-conflict revival. And he urged Australia's Prime Minister, Tony Abbott, to also hold Sri Lanka to account. It's not likely Mr Abbott will, though. That's because he knows he needs Sri Lanka's help to stop asylum seeker boats trying to reach Australia. Mr Abbott is expected to announce a series of measures enhancing cooperation between the two countries on people smuggling while he's here at CHOGM. Michael Edwards, ABC News, Colombo.